A very happy morning, friends. So, last class we had seen which part of speech? We had seen about verbs, correct? We had got to know about action verbs and stative verbs. That which indicates the action are action verbs, that which indicates the condition, emotions, feelings of a person exhibited by a person to be categorized as stative verbs. Stative verbs cannot be in continuous form. ing form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Stative verbs. Only action verbs can be in, action verbs are written in ing form. Correct? Those which indicates emotions, feelings, sense, all this comes under stative verbs. Today's session, what it is going to be all about? Today's session, it is going to be all about extended version of this verb, adverbs. Word that explains more about, that describes the verb or gives more information about the verb to be called as adverbs. So before that, let me share you a motivational thought for the day. Then we'll continue with the session. Okay. So we keep learning every day, right? From one or the other person, or we keep reading books, or we see people and we learn good things, or if at all we see something bad that isn't appropriate, also we get to know a lesson that it shouldn't happen like this. So whenever we are learning something, we observe that it is a continuous process. Learning is a continuous process. One day you learn, another day you stop. It doesn't happen like that. It is also never done without errors and defeat. Only if you make errors and you at times fail as well, it is to be known that you are learning something. So it is never done. Even if you are facing few defeats or errors while you are performing a task, think that you are in the right track. You are learning something. Only a person who doesn't learn or put the effort for something, he is not committing any errors or defeat. Only when you do something or learn something, you tend to do mistakes, right? If you take your mother as an example also, she wouldn't have learned cooking by birth. She would have tried again and again. One fine day, she became a super chef, super cook, and whatever she does, we love it. So for her as well, it was a continuous process. She had made few errors. At times, it wouldn't have tasted good also. Even if you take example of yours, you are learning cycle. First time itself, will you be able to ride in a great manner? No. At times, we fall. First itself, we wouldn't be able to pedal without the side wheels. All those are required. In meantime, we get confidence and we start riding the cycle with great amount of confidence. And at times we leave the two hands and ride cycle as well, right? So it is never a process without any errors and defeat. If you are facing any errors or defeat, please give a pat on your back that you are learning something and you are going on the right track and you will definitely reach your destination. With that good note, let us start today's session. So adverb is a word that describes a verb. Adverb is a word ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? ವರ್ಬ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Sun shines. Sun shines brightly. How does the sun shine? It shines brightly. ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ? ತುಂಬಾ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, if at all we have a look into the first sentence, we get to know that there are two things. What are these two things? The one that I'm talking about the sun. And what does it do? It shines. The sun shines. I get to know by reading the sentence there is a subject, there is a verb. Anything more than that? Or is it describing something, how it's shining? What am I trying to tell? Is there any additional information about this verb shine? No. But if at all you look at the second sentence, you see that we have the same subject. We have shines as the verb. How it shines? It shines brightly. How it shines? It shines brightly. So here the word brightly tends to be the adverb. So what question word I am using over here? I am asking this question word how. How does the sun shine? How does the sun shine? The sun shines brightly. So if at all it answers or gives more information, it describes a verb, it is to be called as adverb. In this word itself we have verb. So additional information about the verb, that which describes the verb, is adverb. We know this, ma'am, really well. From childhood days, we've been learning this. There is something added factor to it. It is not just adverb. Adverbs are of various types. Okay, adverbs are of various types. And how do we form this adverb? You have any idea how these adverbs are formed? If you feel that I'm erasing the board too quickly, please let me know in the chat box. But on you're making note of it, please make note of it along with me. Or if you have missed, ensure that you refer back to this recording. It is anyways available in our site. You can definitely refer it back. So adverbs are mainly formed from adjectives by adding ly. By adding ly. Adverbs, most of the adverbs are formed. Adverbs are formed mainly from adding. What do we add? We add ly to this adjective. Many adjectives, to most of the adjectives, we add ly to it and it becomes adverb. So if at all we have to name some, slow. It is a slow car. The car went slowly. How did the car go? It went slowly. It went. It is appearing after the verb. How did it go? It went. The car, to state with a simple example, the car went slowly. ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು? ಮೆತ್ತಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಕಾರ್. ಅದು ಎಂತಹ ಕಾರ್? The car, it is a slow car. It is a slow car. ಎಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ ಅದು? ಅದು ಮೆತ್ತಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಕಾರ್ ಅದು. ಎಂತಹ ಕಾರ್? That which describes or gives additional information about the noun is to be called as adjective. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಡ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ ಅದು? ಆ ಕಾರು ತುಂಬಾ ಮೆತ್ತಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಕಾರ್ ಅದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಾರ್ ಹೇಗ್ ಹೋಯ್ತು? How did it go? The car went. It is giving more information about the verb. It is describing the word. It is describing the word, how it went. Here the slowly word is adverb. How I'm trying to tell? Is it describing the noun or is it describing the verb? Is it describing the noun or is it describing the verb? That which describes the noun or pronoun, noun ಅಲ್ಲದೆ pronoun describe ಮಾಡೋ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು adjective ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That which describes the verb is to be adverb. And as I told in the beginning, most of the adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. See here, adjective is slow, correct? But we are adding ly to it. What are we doing? We are adding ly to it. There is an exception to this rule. The word fast is used as an adjective, but when you use this word as adverb also, it remains to be fast. We don't add ly to it. We never say it as fastly. The car went fast. The train moved really fast. ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಗ ಹೊರಟೋಯ್ತು ಆ train. We never say it as fastly. It is just fast. It is same word as an adjective, as an adverb as well. We don't use ly to it. Okay. So adverbs are formed mainly from adjectives by adding ly to it. Okay. Can you name some of the adjectives wherein we add ly to it, and most common words? Can you say some of them? ಕೆಲವು ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? Like we told slowly. Is there any other word? Happily. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ. Safely. Carefully. Quickly. ತುಂಬಾ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. Loudly. It rained heavily. It rained heavily. How did it rain? It rained heavily. It is a beautiful painting. The painting was drawn beautifully. ಹೇಗೆ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ, ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Here, if at all we look at the words, we are adding ly to the adjectives. Happy, this adjective. To it, we are adding ly. It becomes happily, and this to be categorized as adverbs. Adverbs are formed mainly from adjectives by adding ly. Right? Shall we see a few sentences wherein the given sentence, in the given sentence, the word acts as an adjective. Using the same word, if at all we deviate a little bit, it becomes an adjective. Can we see some of the examples like that? Have you made note of it? Have you made note of this point? Adverbs are those words that are verbs that, I'm so sorry, adverbs are words that describe the verb. Adjectives, the adjectives we add ly and it becomes adverbs. Exception to it is the word fast. Correct? Many adjectives come by adding to most of the adjectives we add ly to it at the end and we derive the adverbs. However, fast does not satisfy this condition because it is already an adverb. The word fast itself is adverb as well as an adjective. This is a hard exercise. ரொம்ப கஷ்டವಾಗಿರೋ exercise ಇದು. This is a hard exercise. Ravi works hard. How we are saying, how we are using this word? Ravi works hardly. ಅದರ ಹೇಳೋಣ. Ravi works hard. Ravi works really very hard. This is a hard exercise. Here, this word hard, the same word hard is being used in two examples, wherein the first sentence, it tells how is this exercise. The exercise is hard. Here as adjective. It is describing the noun. Whereas in the second example, see, the word works is to be a verb. And how does he work? He works hard. Hence, here this word hard is adverb. Okay? Sentence 1, sentence 2. Where in sentence 1, the word hard is an adjective. In second sentence, it is functioning as an adverb. Now we are going to see the types of adverbs. Adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of frequency. Okay? Adverb of degree. To what extent? Okay? One moment. Types of adverbs. We have adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, when does it happen, adverb of time, ಯಾವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, how off, ಯಾವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, frequency, to what extent it happens, manner, place, time, frequency, degree. Adverb of manner, adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of frequency, adverb of degree. So first we'll have a look into adverb of frequency today. Okay? Adverb of frequency na ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡೋಣ. Have you made note of these various types of adverbs? Adverb of manner, place, time, frequency, degree. And first we are going to look into adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency, it is also to be called as adverb of number. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಡೆಯತ್ತಾ, ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ, ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ನಡೆಯತ್ತಾ, ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಅದು ನಡೆಯತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೆಯತ್ತೆ. ಇಂತಹ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್, ನೆವರ್, ಯೂಶುವಲಿ, ಆಫನ್, ರೇರ್ಲಿ. ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ he rarely commits mistakes. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಸತಿನೇ ಅವ್ನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡೋದು. He rarely commits mistake. So these words are used as adverbs of frequency. These words are used as adverbs of frequency. It is also called as adverb of number. Adverb of frequency, it is to be also called as adverb of number. I am drawing an inverted triangle wherein we have this word always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. These words we use as adverbs of frequency. What are the words? Always, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ, ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So positive word, always. Never, negative word. Okay. Or we'll move with the percentage of its frequency that it happens. Okay. Usually, next comes the word usually. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ನಡೆಯೋದೆ. Not exactly as always, but compared to a lower one. Often, ಅನೇಕವಾಗಿ ಅದು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. Sometimes, ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. Sometimes, we have rarely, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ. She rarely comes to my house. She never comes to my house. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So this word always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, all these are adverbs of frequency. So how it happens, how many times it happens? Always, 100% happens. Always. Compared to always, this is quite low, 90% we can say. Often, 70%. 70% means the probability of its happenings. Okay. An event to occur, it is 70% probable. Rarely, 5 to 10% you can keep. Never, it is 0%. Always 100, 90% usually, often 70%, sometimes 50%, rarely 5 to 10% you can keep. Here I've written test 5. Never, it doesn't happen at all. I always wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's not even a single day that you miss waking up at 6 in the morning. You always wake up. He always speaks the truth. So it tells us that it has 100%. An action happens always. I always wake up at 6 o'clock. How often you wake up at 6 o'clock. I always wake up at 6 o'clock. How often is the question word to identify whether it is adverb of frequency. How often? ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿಗೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ನಡೆಯೋದು? ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ? ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? How often? You will ask this question how often to identify whether it is adverb of frequency or not. Let me write the examples pertaining to each of the adverb of frequency that we have made a note of it. Okay. Have you made note of this diagram along with this percentage of its happening? Right. Thinking that you have made note of it along with me, let me erase the board. This adverb always. Using this word always, we'll see sentences. So it means every time or all the time. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿನೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಬ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿನ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ವರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ. Example. Sorry. He always speaks the truth. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ನು ನಿಜ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸುಳ್ಳೇ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. All the time. He always speaks the truth. How often he speaks? He always speaks the truth. This word adverb always is adverb of frequency. How often he speaks? All the time. He speaks truth. I always. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಎದ್ದೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿ. ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಟ್ often you wake up. I always wake up at 6 in the morning. Then we have adverb usually. This is 100%. Right? 100%. Always is 100%. It happens. It never misses even one single chance. All the time it is. Next comes the word usually. Next, we have this word usually. It refers to something that happens most often or normally. Most often or normally. It is a general routine that it happens. Normally, it happens. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಬಸ್ಸಿನ ಮೂಲಕನೇ ನಾನು ಹೋಗೋದು. We usually go to school by bus. It's a normal routine of ours to go to school by bus. Children usually enjoy visit to ಝೂ ಹೋಗೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Most often or normally they enjoy going to this zoo. So here this word usually is functioning as adverb of frequency. It tells us how often, or it tells that normally a person enjoys going to the zoo or go to school by bus. It is a usual habit or pattern that they follow. So that is why it is being used as adverb of frequency. Next we have adverb often. Next we have adverb often. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆಫನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿನೇ, ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿನೇ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾರಿ adverb often. You can take this as 70%. Usually it comes up to 90%, often 70%. They often go out for dinner. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿನೇ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. They often go out for dinner. It means usually many times, but on different. They often go out for dinner. ಅನೇಕವಾಗಿರೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. It means many times on different occasions. So adverb always 100%, usually 90%, often 70%. Then we have the word adverb sometimes. And here is the board. After this, we are going to see an interesting activity pertaining to this. Okay? We have this adverb sometime. ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. Always, usually, often, sometimes. That is why I drew the triangle invertedly from big to small. It means occasionally or now and then. It indicates that something happens on some occasions, but not all the time. It happens. But not all the time. The journey takes an hour. The journey, it usually takes an hour. It takes an hour. I'm sorry. The journey, the usual pattern is it takes an hour. ಕೆಲವು ಸಮಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರೋ ಸಮಯನೂ ಅದು ತಗೊಳತ್ತೆ. Sometimes even longer. So it happens on some occasions, but not all the time. The usual pattern is it takes an hour. Sometimes even longer. So it happens on some occasions. That is why we are using the word sometimes as adverb of frequency over here. So sometimes we give this probability percent as 50%. Next we have adverb of frequency, rarely. Rarely she comes to my house. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಸಮಯ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅನೇಕವಾಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ನೆನ್ಪಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ ಮನೆಗೆ. Rarely. It refers to things that almost never happen or do not happen very often. Almost never happen. ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ. You can say it do not happen or do not happen. We rarely see each other. We rarely meet each other. Example 1. We rarely. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಸಮಯನೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ. I rarely have time to watch TV. ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಮಯ ಸಿಗೋದು ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡೋದಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆಗ ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೋಡು ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಾರ್ದಲ್ವಾ? Looking at this sentence, at least we'll make an habit that we rarely watch TV. Okay, I rarely have time to watch TV. I rarely have time. Always you are occupied with work. You are having one or the other class, or you're engaged up with some or the other work. So you don't get time to do it. So almost it never happens. So your work itself is jam-packed. So this is the word rarely. Then we have never. What is the next word that we are having? Adverb never. It means not at all at any point of time. Never. Not on any occasion. You never help me. ನೀ ನನಗೆ ಸಹಾಯನೇ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Not even once you help me. You never help me. He has never been abroad. He has not even visited abroad. gone to America, London, or any place. He has never been abroad, not even once, not on any occasion. Let us guess some of the answers pertaining to adverb of frequency. Just stay tuned. You need to guess. Sorry. She never listens to rock music. She usually listens, always listens. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. That you want to say. Okay. She's a really a good girl. She never listens to it. I dash celebrate Christmas with relatives. I usually celebrate Christmas with relatives. I rarely celebrate. No, I rarely. I rarely celebrate Christmas with my relatives. Fine. In today's class, we had discussed about various kinds of types of adverbs, adverbs of manner, adverbs of frequency. And in adverbs of frequency, the various words that we use, it's been discussed. Is it clear to everyone? This concept of adverbs and one of its kinds, adverbs of frequency. We'll see a lot of activities pertaining to this in the next session. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you so much, friends. Have a great day ahead. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vidya Shakti. Support.